And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. Running toward the tape. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but you drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Ward. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or 2. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA.
Two wheels in the chat. What it do, man. Nigga on purpose.
Boulder, Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 23rd-ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buffaloes will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 21st. On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Dropping back, it's Aller. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Pulls it and fires to the left. Tackled immediately after the catch.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him in there.
Gonna run it. It's Singleton. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Pulls and fires complete to the right.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. That's what you expect from a senior.
I got Colorado if y'all wonder.
Yards. Great tackle there. Play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Looking for a man, it's Aller. Unloads it left. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road. You know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. First down here for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grab behind the line. It's Hunter. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there.
Penn State 7, Colorado 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Got his man quickly. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. And he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
2nd down coming up. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And he'll just get rid of that one. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there, almost had it in his grasp.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
From the gun, the ground game. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. To the air, it's Sanders. He's got his man. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. From the gun. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. off play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Quickly complete. Stumbled to the ground.
And that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. They're going to throw it again. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
He's right on target. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be defensive coordinator calling the plays.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, NCAA 7, Colorado 0.
And the Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
To the air, it's Sanders. Gets it out quickly. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in a hurry up. They'll throw it on 1st down. That's reeled in, it's Hunter. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He wants to throw it. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
Using his legs, it's Allen. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dialing up the second down pass play. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And that was good defense again. And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the catch on the left.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears in the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles. People trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Quarterback will keep it. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the field.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that with points.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Final play of the quarter coming. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now the play fake. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Bounced right back to them.
That's the end of the first quarter. Penn State 14, Colorado 0.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gonna let it fly. And he holds it in at the 25. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
Back to throw, it's Sanders. Buying some time as he moves left. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's looking for a man on second down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched family.
And momentum is such a big thing. And such a minutes ago, like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The offense coughs it up.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with a stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Sends the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The offense likely to lead on the run to milk this clock. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
Second and long here, but objective number one, keep that clock moving. These corners going to give them some space. The play action fake. Caught on the outside, it's Warren. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
To the air, it's Howard. Pulls it in. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Right back to the well. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run.
Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. What these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Nittany Lions inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. They go to the ground. Just ran him over. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they giving up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. The give to the single back. And they'll find their way back to the line of scrimmage, and now it's time to find their way back to the locker room.